What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sean. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be doing the top 10 best Spider-Man statues out there. The community, you guys voted. We got the results in, so I'm just here to report. But before we get into that, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Oh, and by the way, we got a giveaway going on. On the road to 150 subscribers, we're giving away this super dope Joker Cause Baby by Hot Toys. If you want to be entered to get this Cause Baby, what you have to do is you have to subscribe, you have to like the video, and 3, you have to comment on the video, right? When we get to 150 subscribers, what we're going to do is we're going to give away this bad boy. We're going to pick a random video. It's going to be a random comment picker. We're just gonna pick somebody, and whoever it picks, they'll get mailed this Cause Baby right here, limited edition. This thing looks great. I just had to get it. I thought that this would be a great gift, a great giveaway for you guys. So again, if you want to be entered, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go. All right, so enough of that. Let's explore. So coming in at number 10, we got the 1/4 scale Avengers or Captain America Civil War Spider-Man by Queen Studios. This is actually one of my favorites. This is the one I plan on getting, but this comes in at number 10. I guess a lot of people don't really like it, like the new Spider-Man. I guess they like the comic book style. I don't know, but this is what's coming in at number 10. I think the base could have been just a little bit better, but I love Spider-Man himself. Love how we have Captain America's shield. I just really appreciate this statue, me personally, but apparently y'all don't really appreciate it like I do. But hey, art is subjective. So let's get into number 9. So coming in at number 9, we got the, I think it's 1/5 scale Miles Morales statue, premium format by Sideshow. Very, very dynamic statue in my opinion. I think it's a premium format, so I guess it's 1/4 scale, but I really think it's 1/5 scale. I wish that this statue was a little bit bigger. I actually have this on PO, he's on the way, but he is very impressive. I love how he's jumping over the Venom symbiote, very dynamic. Love the pose, love the sculpt. I just wish Miles was a little bit bigger, but I think this is a perfect one. This would have been my top 3, me personally. The only gripe is I wish it would be a little bit bigger, but I think it's actually a really good sculpt. But that's coming in at number 9. Let's get into number 8. All right, so number 8, we have Spider-Man Unleashed by Kota Bukaya. This is a very dynamic piece. What I will say is I love how dynamic it is. It's just not for me. It's very comic booky, which I know that the statue community loves the comic book side of things, but I think what kind of turns me off is how he's like this. Like, why you got your hand out like this, bro? Like, flip it over. But that's just me personally. That's just me. That's just my personal preference. That's just me personally. But it's a nice sculpt, very dynamic. But that'll do it for number 8. Let's see what number 7 holds. So number 7, we got the Spider-Man Legendary Scale by Sideshow. This is actually one of the better pieces to me. I think that they completely nailed this. This Spider-Man is phenomenal. He's a nice size, very great sculpt. I love his pose, how dynamic he is, how he's kind of in his stance, his typical Spider-Man stance. I think this is actually really good. The price is what does it for me. He's pretty expensive, around 2,000 USD, and I don't know. I mean, there's 2 versions of this. You have the regular Spider-Man, and there's also a black version. I think that both of them look extremely well. And if you have the space for, I think that is actually a great grab. But the size and the price is just what kind of does it for me. Not looking for something as big and as pricey. So that's why I kind of stick with my 1/4 scale. But I think this is actually a very good piece. Love that it's on the list here. And let's see what number 6 has to hold. All right, so number 6, we have Iron Spider by XM Studios. What I really appreciate about this piece is he is extremely dynamic. There's a lot of textures in his suit. Not sure what the base is and where he's at, but I love how the base is very dynamic. It's different. It's not your typical base. I can appreciate that. I have nothing wrong with his pose, his sculpt. It's just not for me. I'm not a huge fan of this Spider-Man suit, me personally, this one. But I think that it looks really, really good in my personal opinion. Love what he's doing. XM, they have quality statues. So I really appreciate this statue, but it's just not for me. And I can see why it's here on the list. But enough of that. Let's get into the top 5. Let's see what the top 5 best Spider-Man statues are, voted by y'all. Let's see what it is. Let's get into number 5. So coming in at number 5, we have Spider-Man by XM Studios. I can see why this is top 5, man. This sculpt is superb. This is a very good Spider-Man statue. You have Spider-Man swinging mid-swing. Looks like he's facing off against Doc Ock, and looks like Goblin as well from the bombs. But this is what you're looking. This is what you look for. This is what you expect when you see a Spider-Man statue. Now, I have nothing bad to say about this statue. Love what he's doing. Love it, the textures in his suit. Love his face. I love his face sculpt. Love the base. Love how dynamic he is. Love how dynamic the base is. I think that XM knocked this one out of the park. No complaints from me. I think that the price point is there. I think that everything is perfect on this sculpt. So I see why it's top 5. It could have been higher. But that's gonna be it for number 5. Let's see what the number 4 pick is. All right, so number 4, we have the Iron Spider by Iron Studios. And I must say, this is actually one of my personal favorites. And if I could have any one Spider-Man statue on this list, it would be that one. This is probably my top 1 or top 2, me personally. I missed the wave, caught it late, and by the time I got to it, it was sold out. And I was just so upset because this is such an impressive piece. I love the MCU, love the Iron Spider in MCU, love Tom Holland. So I really appreciate what they did with this statue. I think they nailed this one out of the park. Slam dunk, totally perfect. One of the best to me personally, you know, outside of the comic book ones. And like I said, if I could have this one, this would be the one I get. This would be one between the two. This would be the one I would get between this and the Queen Studios one. But like I said, this is totally perfect. I have nothing else on it. Let's see what the top 3 best Spider-Man statues are, voted by y'all. Let's see what we got. So coming in at number 3, this one hasn't even come out yet, guys. This hasn't even come out yet. This is the Symbiote Spider-Man by Sideshow. This is a premium format. They just revealed this just a couple months ago at Sideshow Con, the first one ever. Everyone was going crazy about it, and they're saying this is one of the best ones ever created, fam, and we haven't even seen it yet. Now, I must say that this is actually very, very impressive. And if you want to order this, if you check down below in the description, there's a link to it. If you want to get this on pre-order, if you haven't already, you can grab this. This is actually a very impressive piece. This guy, I love how he has the symbiote venom coming up the base. Love how tall he is. I love his stature, what he's doing at the top of the tower here. Hey, no complaints for me. I'm just not on the market for this Spider-Man right now. No complaints for me. I really like it. I think that they did an awesome job here. I know that when we saw that Sideshow Con, there was a couple nasty seams, but I'm pretty sure that was a very early build, and I'm pretty sure they fixed these now. And whenever we get the production pieces, that those seams will be gone. But outside of that, man, top 3, I'm not mad at it. I can't be mad at this. I can't be mad at this being top 3. But let's get into the top 2 best Spider-Man statues out there. All right, so number 2, we have the Woolpeck Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure this is a 1/4 scale, and this took me for a surprise. I didn't expect this to be number 2. But what I will say is, they did a great job with this sculpt. This guy, his build is superb. They did a great job with him. I think for me, why I didn't have this on my list personally is because I'm not a huge fan of his stance and kind of how he's standing. But outside of that, I mean, they did a great job. He has multiple face swap outs. I think that they did a great job. They have different versions of his eyes for the face sculpt. And I mean, what can you say? He looks pretty good. I mean, there's texture in it. There's texture in his suit. He is the star of the show. The base, there's not much in the base there. It's kind of a museum type base. So he is the show. He is, you know, the star. So coming in at number 1, we have the Sideshow Premium Format Spider-Man. And what I will say is, I really appreciate this piece. I see why he's number 1. Smaller footprint. He's very dynamic. It looks like he's facing off against Doc Ock. The base tells a story, even though with his smaller footprint. I can appreciate that. Love the webbing. Love what he's doing. The only reason why I'm not drawn to this Spider-Man is because of his face sculpt. He has two different swap outs with exclusive, and neither one of them I'm really a huge fan of. He has the smaller eyes and the really big comic book eyes, and it's just not for me personally. But I see why people like this Spider-Man. He is very dynamic. Sideshow went crazy with the shading on this guy. It's a lot of shading they did a great job with the paint application. So I can appreciate that, and I see why he's number 1. He hasn't even come out yet. He doesn't come out till Q1 of 2021. So if you want to pre-order this guy, what you can do is you can just check down in the description. You'll see a link to pre-order him. But really appreciate this guy. I see why he's number 1, but just not for me personally. So that's gonna wrap up the top 10 best Superman statues out there. Superman. I'm off today, guys. The top 10 best Spider-Man statues out there. Let me know what is in your top 10. What's in your top 5, top 3, top 1? What's your favorite one? Let me know from this list. Do you like it? Don't you like it? You don't like the list? Whatever the case may be, you let me know in the comments. But again, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, y'all be safe, y'all be good, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.